Hello, my name is Rachel Owens, and I'm going to show you how to find evidence-based research for your papers and projects in your OTA classes. First, come to the library website. This is the URL for the library, library.daytonastate.edu. You don't have to add the index on there. And when you get here, I want you to scroll down and look at this box over here. And the link that you want is the one that is called Info Guides. Click on that. Info Guides are basically information websites that we have created for a lot of different classes, programs, tech help, a lot of different things. But there is one for the OTA program, and you see it right here, Occupational Therapy Assistant. So if you'll click on that, that'll come up. And the first thing that you'll see is this little video, very short, on how to navigate the info guides. But basically what you look at are the tabs over here, and each of these is a separate page. Articles and databases, books and ebooks, internet sites, free public resources, and career resources. What we're going to take a look at now is articles and databases. And when you click on that, then you will see the list of our databases that is particularly related to allied health. Cinall, Ovid Nursing, that's mostly nursing, Medline, Springer, Sage, and Health and Wellness Resource Center, and Salem Health, yes. And they're basically listed in the order in which you should use them. So when you are searching, first you should use the Cinall database, and then you can skip the nursing one, but then come down to Medline, and in that order. So if you click on Cinall, this brings you to, it might take a minute. Yes, this brings you to the search page for this particular database. Now, somewhere along the way, it may ask you to log in. And if it does, the login is the same that you use for your email or for logging into Falcon Online or anything like that. Same email and password that you use for that. So here we are at Cinall's search page. And before you search, what you want to do is scroll down here to this area where it says limit your results. You'll see that the full text box is already checked. Leave that checked. But then you'll also want to check this box here that says peer reviewed, and this one here that says English language. And then you're ready to search. You don't have to worry about any of the rest of these limiters that are here. So if you're looking for, say, information on stroke, and I would always include and occupational therapy, otherwise you'll get just a bunch of stuff that isn't related to OT. And then search. And here are the results you get. Now, when you are looking at health-related research, you want it to be fairly new because, as you probably know, research in health and medicine changes all the time, and new articles keep getting published that are updating information, and so you want to choose the newest information that you can. The standard is that your research that you use for papers and projects should be 5 years old or less. So the way you fix that is you come over here on the left And you can see you've got your limiters here that you already checked. But now what you can do is use this slider to come up all the way to 2016 for this year. Next year, you'll want to do 2017. And then it automatically changes so that everything you have is new enough. And then you can just look at the titles and see if there's something there that you want to use. Let's take a look at this one. Occupational Performance Coaching for Stroke Survivors, delivered via tele-rehabilitation. That's interesting. Telehealth, tele-rehab. Let's take a look at that. You click on Full Text Finder. Uh-oh. Oh, that's okay. Okay. And here's your article. You can download it up here. You can print it out. If you click here, you have more actions. Not too many more, but best thing that you can do probably is to download it and then either save it in a folder, or you can also save it by emailing it to yourself. That's a really good way to keep track of things. And then you can have everything that you need in your email, and you can get to it wherever you need. But definitely, if you think you're going to use this one as part of your research, save it in some format. It's better to save things and then be able to find them and not need them than it is to not save things and then need them later and have to go back and find them. That's a waste of your time, so you don't want to do that. So save everything that you might possibly think that you can use. And then you can get an idea of what the article is about from the abstract. The abstract is basically a paragraph or two that gives a summary of the article. So you can read the abstract and see if this is actually something that you want to use. And if not, then you can close that one out and go back to your results list. You'll see some of these say PDF full text, some of them say full text finder. They're all going to be full text, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, here's an interesting one. Gardening as a meaningful occupation in stroke rehab. I like that. You click on PDF full text. And this one looks a little different. You've got some other tools over here besides just the download and print. But again, if you scroll down, you'll see that you have an abstract that tells you about the article. And you can download it, you can print it. You can also save this one to Google Drive if you have a Drive account. And here is the way that you email it to yourself. You don't have to download it here to email it to yourself, whereas you did in the previous one. Just put your email here, put a subject if you want, and you can send this with what I call a close approximation of the APA citation for this article. It may not be perfect because these are machine generated and sometimes they get it wrong, but it gets you a start. It gets all the names spelled right and all that kind of thing. And then you just click send and it comes to your email, and the article will come as the PDF. The important thing about having a PDF is that there are page numbers with it. So if you have to do a quote from the article, then you'll need the page number for your in-text citation. Let's take a look. If you click on the yellow paper, it says cite, and that will show you what the citation looks like. Let me see if this one is right. No. All of these words that are capitalized here, except for the first one, should not be. So that's what I was talking about. This is perfectly correct other than that, but what you'll want to do is copy and paste this into your references page, but then check another source to see how you need to fix it. And let me show you what that other source can be. If I close out of this, I'm back at the library homepage. If I go back to our info guides list, And I'll have to scroll down a little bit for this one. But it is called Citation and Documentation. And if you click on APA Style, then you've got how to set up APA in Word, you've got how to do in-text citations, and you've got APA references for textual works, which is what your articles are going to be. And scroll down here, it'll show you how to set up the author names, the title, and you'll see, and then the chat pops up and you can chat with them if you want to. You can see that these titles are only the first word, and the first word after the colon is capitalized. So that's what it should look like. So start your research with the OT info guide, and then once you get your articles, use the citation and documentation info guide to help with your APA style. If you have any questions, you can always chat live with a librarian. If you click on this tab right here, it opens up. Just put in your name, email, and question, and you'll start the chat. And one of the librarians that is monitoring the chat will chat with you live. And that is available every hour that the library is open, and we are open on Saturdays also from 8 to 4. So take advantage of that. Like I said, the Writing Center also has chat. So you can get a lot of help. If it's after hours and you have a question, you can email us with this link here. And then it'll come to a central email, and whoever gets here first and gets it in the morning will shoot you an answer. And if you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.